stop domestic and family violence and abuse. Before you can stop anything, you have to know what it is. Domestic and family violence and abuse comes in many and varied forms, but is generally an ongoing pattern of behaviour aimed at controlling the other person through fear. It includes physical, verbal, sexual, emotional, psychological, economic or financial, cultural, spiritual, and/or social abuse in a relationship where there is unequal power with threatening, coercion, manipulation, control, and/or domination. One definition of domestic and family violence is any action which is experienced by an individual within a relevant relationship which is intimidating or causing fear and therefore having the effect on that individual to limit what they say or do. Relationships in which domestic and family violence can occur are spousal, intimate personal, family, and informal care. This type of abuse occurs in all types of families, including immediate, extended, married, de facto, separated, and divorced. It takes place in many relationships within society and is not limited to groups of specific race, culture, religion, or financial status. It is inflicted on old, young, abled, disabled, straight, and gay alike. Women and children are the majority of those who are subjected to violent and abusive behaviours in the home, but there are some men who are also subjected to it. Why is domestic and family violence always wrong? Because as an individual, everyone has the right to be treated with equal importance in everything, including physical and emotional needs. Their own opinions, to voice them without ridicule or judgment, even if the other individual does not agree with them. Choose the pace of their relationship which they feel comfortable with, including if or when any sexual activities occur, which should be both agreed to and respected by both individuals. Be treated decently, without abuse. The golden rule for a good relationship is treat the other individual as you would like to be treated. Violent and abusive behaviours can include physical, includes slapping, hitting, punching, pushing, kicking, choking, property damage to frighten and intimidate you, depriving you of the necessities of life, such as food, shelter, and medical care, and sometimes murder. Physical abuse is the most obvious form of violence. It may begin with a lack of consideration for your physical comfort, but often escalates to action. Verbal includes yelling, shouting, insults, name-calling, put-downs, swearing at you, threats, and bullying. Some of the things that can be threatened are to hurt you, your children, pets, relatives, friends, or work colleagues. To disclose your sexual orientation to other people against your wishes. To deprive you of your liberty, including locking you in the house so you cannot go out. To stop providing care for you if you don't do what you are told. This sometimes happens to an elderly person or a person with an illness, disability, or impairment who relies on another person to care for them. To commit suicide or self-harm, to torment, intimidate, or frighten you. Sexual includes unwanted sexual acts, forcing or pressuring you to have sex, unwanted touching, or any type of sexual touching or activity with a child under the age of 16 years. Emotional, psychological includes criticizing your personality, looks, the way you dress, or saying you are a bad parent when this is not the case. Economic or financial includes withholding or controlling of your money, not giving you enough money to survive on, forcing you to hand over your funds, not letting you decide how it is spent. Cultural or spiritual includes forcing you to attend cultural or religious activities against your wishes or stopping you from participating in the cultural or religious practices of your choice. Social includes being put down or laughed at in front of others, smothering where he or she controls where you go, insisting on taking you everywhere, repeatedly rings while you are at work, must always know where you are or have been, not letting you see or have contact with your friends or family, and not allowing or making it very difficult to get medical treatment. The consequences of not doing as you are told are sometimes so bad that you stop these things anyway. Stalking includes constantly following you by foot or car, constantly calling you by phone, text message, and email, or staying outside your house or workplace. Indications that domestic and family violence may be occurring are if someone tries to hide bruises or injuries under large, bulky clothing, seems scared or anxious not to upset an individual in a relationship with them, significantly reduce or stop seeing family and friends, says they are not allowed to see them and becomes isolated, is constantly accused of affairs or their partner constantly checks up on them, has a suicidal or depressed partner, says their partner has threatened to harm or kill them, their children or pets, has basically no say in how money is spent, believes they are being followed or stalked, not enthusiastic about their partner looking after the children, loses their self-confidence, is abnormally quiet or becomes depressed, can't talk freely or abruptly ends phone calls when a particular individual enters the room, who is disabled or older shows signs of neglect. If you are experiencing domestic and family violence or suspect that someone else is, please seek professional help from a local domestic violence help organisation, counselling service, or the police. The information in this presentation is based on material from the State of Queensland Department of Communities, Child Safety and Disability Services, the Queensland Police Service, and Domestic Violence Crisis Service. This presentation was brought to you by S.D. Goldner, copyright 2015, Stop Domestic and Family Violence and Abuse. The website is www.vineyardlaborer, VINYARDLABOUR.stop_violence_abuse. Spoken by Kim Miller, copyright 2015. Kim is the author of God's Timing Not Mine, a book about Alice, a lady who went through years of domestic violence, escaped from it, and rebuilt her shattered life. Through it all, she sees God's timing. Find out where you can purchase this inspirational book and more about it at www.gods-timing-not-mine.vineyardlaborer, which is VINYARDLABOUR.info. Thank you for listening to this presentation.